Good Thursday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, it's interesting. We had a dense fog advisory issued this morning in parts of East Tennessee, but it came in last night, and it looks like it expired a little bit early. But that's not to say you're not. It's not to say that you're not going to encounter a little bit of fog, because that's what we're detecting there in gray across much of East Tennessee. I'm seeing visibility down to a mile in Morgan County, might be even less north of Greenville there, that patch there on I-81. And there may be some patches that are not even detected here, but if you're already at work and you've got a weather report, we'd love to hear what you're seeing here on a Thursday, the 7th of November. I'm live streaming also on YouTube, but Facebook is where many of us like to congregate and hang out. But 1 mile visibility now in Madison, Tellico Plains, and it's probably pretty poor in parts of the Smokies. The wind gusts aren't moving much. There's not much wind to speak of, and hence we have an environment, an atmosphere that's conducive for dense fog. Temperatures are very warm. I do want to point out the normal low this time of year is 40. It's 40, so we're 25 degrees above normal. There's going to be a limit. 25 is my limit. Some people might think, I don't know, if you're used to waking up at 40 degrees on the 7th of November, you're not alone, because that's the average. But this is like an A+ for people who love summer, because today I think we've got an even better shot of hitting the record high, which we failed to do yesterday, which I'll get into more in specifics in a moment. But 65 currently in Oak Ridge, 59 degrees in Jonesville, it's 63 in Wartburg, and our friends in Newport, Cocke County, Del Rio, Parisville in the mid-60s at 65. If you're on the call, we'd love to say hi to you. If you have a weather report, love to say hi to you. I got a quick note from Steve Stone. He's there with a smiley face in the sunshine. We're going to get some of that today too, Steve. Glad to see you and the Jeep there in the picture. And I love Fred's picture here too. He's got the family, it looks like. Some of the family anyway. Very good morning, very warm. He's got 65 in Maryville. Love having you guys here. I'm also on the call. Let me come back on camera for a second. I was dropping my phone just as I came on, but I do see that Ronnie is watching. I got Fred's watching. I got Dandy's on here and Linda, so I can see who's watching, but it doesn't mean you left me a comment. If you leave me a comment, I'll do my best to let you know. By the way, yesterday's high was, in fact, 78. Didn't quite hit the 82 I was expecting. We had more clouds. Even the rain that we had yesterday will be, I think, in abundance compared to today. Today, I don't expect much, just some spotty rain here on Thursday. Normal high now is 63. Okay, think about that. If the normal high is 63, and we're already at 65, something's kind of weird, right? We're on the warm side of the front, and we've got a 79-degree record high from 2023 and 1996. So if you keep things in perspective, you keep things in view, it is certainly one of those situations where you don't normally see numbers this warm this time of year. You could take a look at the bigger picture, just so you know we're not alone on this warm island. It is 71 at Birmingham in the morning. It is 68 in Huntsville and 68 currently in Chattanooga. But the colder air in blue, just off to the edge of your screen there, has really taken hold across Missouri and into parts of the Midwest. We'll look at that in a bigger picture here momentarily. But it is very warm across many parts of the area. Southeast, not only the far southeast, but into the Carolinas. Tracking the clouds and radar, this is a review of where the rain showers are and have been for the last 6 hours. And you can see most of the rain has been across South Carolina. They had some flash flood warnings there in Georgia and South Carolina last night. Now we have a string of showers stretching from Memphis to Paducah, and it's arching up toward Lexington. But it's not headed here directly. We might get some passing showers or spots of rain today, but I do think it's going to be a warm day. Temperatures should be around 80 degrees. So here's my expectation. I didn't want to delay that any further. Again, normal high is 63. 80 is what? We're talking about 17 degrees above normal for the afternoon. And it's such a remarkably warm morning, some might think they're in a different season, given the fact that the sun doesn't even come up now until 7:05. 82 in Newport, that's where I expect you'll be today. 75 in Crossville, and look for a high in Kingston, Rockwood, Harriman, about 79 degrees. If you're on the call, we'd love to say hi to you. Wanda Poe is on here, as is Danny. Let me say hi to Danny. Good morning, Danny. Sure hope you have a great, nice day. Go Vols. Happy to have him here, and I'm going to talk about the Vols forecast. Beautiful summer. Beautiful sky for the summer, but it needs to go away. She's a Team Snow fan, as I am too. I like to enjoy all 4 seasons. But boy, when winter comes around, I get excited, and so does Wanda, I believe, as she's also one of my premium members on my Facebook page. By the way, as we look at the sunrise this morning, I mentioned 7:05. It'll be going to bed today at 5:34. Yes, it was like 5:36, just like a day or two ago. So we are losing time We did manipulate the clocks last weekend. We don't have to do that now. I don't think it's a fair playing field because when we're in Eastern Daylight Time, EDT, we're there for 8 months. But we do the EST standard for 4 months, right? During the winter months, it's better than having the sun come up practically 9 a.m. That's what would happen. They've experimented that before back in the 70s. People didn't like it. It was highly unpopular. But I know there are always the critics that say we shouldn't change the clocks. I've been an advocate of splitting it halfway. Do like a halfway in between. Do a half hour and leave it alone. But people think that's ridiculous. But in the sense that it's going to be going up at 7:05, it would have been more like 8:05 had we not changed it. And it would have been almost 8:45 in the latter part of December, early January. Like 6 weeks of just crazy time. So that's my soapbox on the daylight saving time that we've already experienced now, but it's taking hold. Even still, some people are wrestling with that adjustment. November high temperatures on your screen. We've now had, what, 6? Yeah, we've had 6 total. And even though 70 on the 1st of November doesn't seem as warm as it was, say, yesterday, 70 is still about 6 degrees warmer than average. So all of those are colored in orange, but today could be a red square. Today could be a record high, and I think we've got that on the books. 2023 was last year's record high, and it was also duplicated back in 1996. All right, let's talk about Mississippi State. No surprise here. I'm not changing my tune. No, I don't have rain. No rain. I have increasing clouds for this ball game. I have us in the mid-60s. I did make a minor adjustment from 67 kickoff. I've now moved it to 65. But I still think you're ending the game around 61. And the winds are going to be light, and if they're moving much at all, just 3 to 8 miles per hour. But Mississippi State, 2-7. Our Vols are 7-1, and I know a lot of folks are excited about this game. Maybe this ticket may be easier to get. I don't know. Most people are already focused on next week's game against Georgia, but you got to take each opponent one game at a time. By the way, speaking of one thing at a time, we have a new update to the Captain Accurate weather app that's free with Pete Michaels Traffic. It now has not just the 7-day, but a 10-day forecast. How convenient is that? Especially if you're a planner, you like to plan. And this isn't just true for East Tennessee. It's for any town in the United States or around the world. So whether you want a 10-day forecast for Disney World because you're planning a trip, or maybe you're going to London, England, or Tokyo, Japan, you can get a 10-day forecast. That's pretty sweet. You get hour-by-hour data for 2 days now rather than 1. You get power outages. You can select whether you want to see that in the state or county view. That's all controlled under the data tab. And then you can see this is the state view, but it shows you where power outages are actually occurring, and it's all at your fingertips. And today is Thursday, so if you have the app and you have the update, you're going to get the drought monitor. It comes down around 8:30 in the morning on Thursdays. So you're going to get to know where National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, thinks the driest areas are. By the way, as we know, we've gone from this, I say some of us didn't have this much color, but okay, fall season, I know it's fall season. We've gone from the beautiful fall color of East Tennessee to some of us are now pulling out the rake, right? It's time that, oh yeah, that tree in my front yard, it's not looking so good. It's lost some of its pretty color. It looks like this now. And oh yes, there will be opportunities maybe next year for it may be a glorious picture, but some of us enjoyed it so far. But we're going to be moving into Wanda Poe's favorite season, I believe, is winter. And if you're interested in what this winter will bring, check out my winter weather outlook. You can find it on the Captain Accurate Premium service on Facebook. Simply hit the subscribe button at the top of this Facebook page. It's only $4.99 a month. It's 16 cents a day, not only to get the 15-minute video, but you're also going to be accessing my snow forecast first. You'll be the first to see it each and every time there is snow in the forecast. You get that for it. There's so many benefits, which I'll talk about more at the end of this live stream. I'm going to show you the Ultimate Doppler Radar presented by your local Marco's Pizza. Nothing to see here, but let's go back in time. Look how there were dense fog advisories. What time did that go away? Looks like it's at 3 in the morning. 4, no, the new shift came on and it said, well, 5 o'clock we'll pull it. They expired the dense fog. It was supposed to go to 9 a.m., y'all. But I didn't see that Anderson County was included, Knox County was included, and there have been a few sprinkles. I see a few passing showers over Maryville. I can see there have been a few showers maybe near Loudoun County and back toward Harriman. So most of the showers you see have been coming up from the south and west. If you're making lunch plans, Marcos.com, a great place to go if you're hungry. They are located in Hardin Valley, Farragut, Maryville, Fountain City. They've got a great location in Halls. I don't know if you know about that. Oak Ridge, Middlebrook Pike, Ebenezer Road. They have a great benefactor. They're a great contributor to No Kid Hungry. They also give back to East Tennessee's Children's Hospital, so you gotta love that. And if you're looking for a magnificent pizza, check out their Magnifico for less than $10. Maybe you want something a little extra. Maybe you like a little bit extra. I recommend the deluxe. Oh, it's not just pepperoni. It's Italian sausage. Oh, that sounds so good. Mushrooms, green peppers. I could do it for breakfast. Onions, our original sauce, and signature 3 cheeses. You can also get the all meat or the garden variety. But check out their selections at marcos.com. I think you'll be impressed, as they are a great sponsor for Captain Accurate Weather. Back to the radar. It's still heavy rain across South Carolina, parts of southeast Georgia, and still some rain through Kentucky. But if you want snow, hop on an airplane or a long motor vehicle ride, head out toward Denver, head out to Colorado. They've had their fair share. It seems like it's been snowing there now for 2 days in a row. While we're still watching down toward the Gulf of Mexico, there's been some rain over Key West. Now moving at least west of Key West. Last check on the Raphael storm is 180 miles west of Key West and 155 about west-northwest of Havana, Cuba. So west of Havana, Cuba is Raphael. I'm going to get into him in just a moment. Meanwhile, November so far has had only 0.21, about a quarter inch of rain, and some would like a little bit more. Maybe you had a touch of it yesterday. Let me check in with the comments here. It is now 6:51. My goal is to be done at the top of the hour. I got a note from Darcy Soar. She says, almost Friday. Yeah, happy almost Friday. Enjoy another beautiful day. And see, Dawn Rumsey, she's on here. She says, good morning, David. Hope everyone has an awesome day. Glad to have Dawn here as well. It's been nice to see the smiling faces here live streaming. And I got a note from Fred. He's commenting on my theory on how to handle. It's a compromise, but I like the half-hour permanent change idea. Maybe we split the difference because I don't need it to be still daylight at 9 p.m. in the middle of June. But some people love that. Maybe it just goes to 8:30. I think that it could be a compromise. But the powers that be will not listen to me. That's okay. Let's get to the radar. This is a global simulated radar because we don't have sweeping radars in the middle of the ocean, but it gives you a good idea of where Raphael is. Now moving away from western Cuba, the fear was that this storm could drop up to 12 inches of rain for western Cuba. Now, clearly, it's moving west of Key West, so it's not going to have a direct impact on Florida per se. But you can see in the big picture, Hurricane Raphael isn't that far away from the Sunshine State, as it's now moving away into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, what's amazing is this storm I mentioned would go west, but the fact that it's likely to go toward Mexico now, that's even further west than I anticipated. It is going to continue to work its way in this direction, which again is counterintuitive because you would think it was headed toward Destin back on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of this week. And now it's Thursday. So just 2 days later, how quickly this storm has changed. It's not even going to go to Corpus Christi. It's like it's missing the United States altogether. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice? I mean, it is a November hurricane. It's not going to have the same branding that we will remember of Helene or Milton. Milton went the opposite direction. It went from this side over toward Florida. But this one's going from essentially east to west, and watch where it likely goes. The cone gets bigger and bigger, and it weakens from a hurricane to a tropical storm by the time we hit Monday, Tuesday. So that's where Raphael is going, and that means we are not going to benefit from the rains of this hurricane or the decaying or the tropical storm, whatever you want to call it. Raphael's remnants are not coming here. We are going to get some rain from another source, which will be an approaching cold front. Let's talk about hurricanes because, again, Category 2 is where this storm stands at the moment, and if winds of 105, it's squarely in that Category 2 sustained winds. It's extremely dangerous over open water and could cause extensive damage, which it has done down in western Cuba. There's still a 20% chance that Sarah forms. That's the yellow area, but we'll keep an eye on that. Raphael's really the only game in town. Tony would follow, but I think this season is going to be done in just a short period of time, probably by the 15th of November. Meanwhile, I want to show you the future rainfall. How much rain do you think we're going to get today? Not much. Look at this. I mean, we've already had a few specks in parts of Loudoun County, maybe Knox County. There's been a few pockets of drizzle, but that's not even detected here based on this future run. And then we take it through Thursday night. That's tonight. How about tomorrow? Still looks like it's raining in parts of Kentucky. But even by the time we get to game time on Saturday, can we stop it at Saturday at 5 o'clock? And that's 2 hours before the game. Now by 7 o'clock, it is game time. I don't see rain. No, I don't. I don't see any rain. I think everybody's kind of on the same page. That's 11 o'clock. Pretty sure a 7 o'clock game, thereabouts, because the kickoff might be 7:15. But by 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, no rain? Why would you have given away your ticket on Sunday, Monday because you heard it was going to rain? Cats and dogs. But because some of the data said it. It's because they assumed that Raphael was headed here, and I did not buy that at all. I thought the solution would kick him west, which is where he's going. But by the time you get to 3 a.m. Sunday, long after the game's over, it will start raining. It will start raining in parts of the plateau by early Sunday morning. Look how this fills in. By 7 a.m. Sunday, hours after the game, I might say 12 hours after the game, because it starts at 7 p.m. Saturday, it will start raining, most likely, as it slides in from west to east, and it's going to fill in. Many of us will be surprised that we do get some beneficial rain on the second half of the weekend. Why I keep putting in my election day, I forgot to see that animation. But anyway, record heat, we can vote for that. Spotty rain today, and then early clouds to sunshine on Friday. It's definitely Thursday for me. Storm Prediction Center showing we've got some colors, maybe of the general variety. We're going to look at that here momentarily, but the Valley Planner today shows no concern here other than some fog early this morning. Average high is now 63, so we'll be 17 degrees above normal, and I am anticipating a record high. Again, the normal high is 63, record high is 79 in 2 years of 1996 and 2023. So that's the Valley Planner. The precipitation chances at a glance has us now at 60% chance on Sunday. I left a 40% chance Sunday night, and then it leaves very early on Veterans Day. It should be gone by about 8 or even 9 a.m. I think by 8 o'clock on Monday, before the parades, I think it'll be quieting down. The rain will be exiting. But here are the colors. Finally, I brought that into view. It's really Texas that has more concerns for severe weather today. The yellow area will be scattered severe storms in yellow around Midland. Austin, Waco could have some isolated severe storms, as could San Antonio. You'll notice the thunder kind of arches around East Tennessee, moves up maybe toward LaFollette, where we might get a rumble of thunder there, or Jellicoe, or Jamestown, or Monticello, but not in Knoxville, from the lens, or at least from the interpretation of the Storm Prediction Center. Friday, there's still some isolated severe storms potentially in Dallas, Fort Worth, as well as Abilene and San Angelo. Back to Friday, again, we're still going to go from early clouds to sunshine. Tomorrow will actually turn out to be a delightful day, and I think Saturday, it will be the opposite. We'll go from sunshine to increasing clouds, but the thunderstorm potential, general, would be in West Tennessee, from Memphis to Jackson, back toward Clarksville, but no rain expected on Friday from my view. Now here's this elongated front as it's trying to move up toward maybe Charleston, then works its way toward Roanoke. A couple of sprinkles there. You can see at midday today. It's now 6:58. I'll be done in about 2 minutes. But you can see that front is just draped overhead, but it keeps heavier rains well south and east of it. So if you're headed to Augusta, you're headed to Columbia, or even Charleston, South Carolina, that's where the rain might persist. As you can see, it's focused down towards Charlotte. But for us, I think we've got a quiet day tomorrow as we go from early clouds to sun. And then we're going to see that front, the warm front, begin to move into Arkansas by Saturday afternoon and into West Tennessee. And eventually, maybe not for the game, but long after the game is over, some of that rain will advance and you'll get home without needing an umbrella for the game on Saturday night. So let's get to the forecast. It's 6:58. For today, I'm anticipating a high of 80, clouds, hazy sun. And I wanted to be as accurate as I could. It's not just 2023, but we did hit 79, to be fair, in 1996. Clouds, hazy sun. Oh, there it goes. I magically, my key point finally moved it over. Anyway, 3 to 8 mile an hour winds. That's all I expect today, and we should nudge 80. 79 in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. 77 in La Follette, and 75 in Crossville, Fairfield, Glade. That's where I expect to be. I want to get to your comments here as I approach the 7-day. But if you're traveling, look how much different it will be in Paducah, right? They're on the boundary. They're at 65 today. Well, we're 81, Chattanooga, 76 Atlanta with more rain and storms, and looking for a high in Charlotte of 77 degrees, more showers potentially in western North Carolina. So for tonight, we're down to 61. Keep in mind the normal low is 40, so we're 21 degrees above normal. Tomorrow, amazing. Partly to mostly cloudy, patches of fog late, winds are going to be light and variable. Tonight we're down to 56 for Wartburg, Sunbright, 59 Kingston, Rockwood, Harriman, and Seymour, 61. Dandridge, 59. Jeff City, 60. About 60 for White Pine, Talbot, Russellville. For the overnight low, and down to 55 in places like Tazewell, New Tazewell, and Middlesboro, Kentucky. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. I did adjust Friday by 2 degrees because of the early clouds and the eventual sunshine. We still will be warm, but maybe not to a tune like we are today. 76 tomorrow, 75 on Saturday, and then we're in the 60s. I think that chance of rain, 60%, is a pretty good percentage. That could go up. It could go to 80% chance. Some of the data is very aggressive with the rain coming in on Sunday morning and into the afternoon, which may slow you down if you're not careful heading to church services. But Sunday night drops to 40%, and by very early, and I mean like before 8 a.m., there'll be a 20% chance of rain. But it'll go to sunshine pretty fast on Veterans Day, and I've kept the shower potential coming in later on Wednesday. If you're on the call, just want to say good morning to you. It's 7:01. I got a happy note from Ed. Ed says good morning. Have a great no-rain day. He would be happy with no rain. Marilyn Bell is here. She says have a wonderful day. Get outside, she encourages you, and enjoy this day. And I got a happy birthday from Wanda Poe. Is it your birthday or maybe someone else's birthday? Somebody's wishing somebody. I caught this conversation in stream because Darcy's also wishing somebody a happy birthday. Oh, it's Melissa. Well, Melissa Mumpower, let's get her face on there. There she is, smiling face. Thank you so much. So if somebody's having a birthday and I missed it, glad to have you all here. Again, it is now the 7th of November. It's 7:01. Very happy to have you guys here. And if you haven't checked out my other platform, this may be a preferred, maybe it's where you spend most of your social media time is YouTube. If so, you can find me at youtube.com/@ Captain Accurate, one word, /@ and you'll find it. You'll get the same live stream that you're getting here on Facebook. You're also available as the free Captain Accurate Weather app. We talked about the additional things that we've put on it, including power outages, the drought monitor, which comes out today. You get all the National Weather Service alerts. You also get air quality alerts now on the app. So you get uniquely that, plus you get 3 extra alerts from Barron. Plus, you get lighting alerts. There's so many great things. And did I mention Pete Michaels traffic? You can't get any more local than Pete Michaels, who's been doing traffic, flying around in a Cessna airplane since the 1970s. You got to grab the app. It is now available at the App Store and Google Play. If you want a little something more, and I'm thinking with the holidays coming up, what a great gift. You could gift somebody a Captain Accurate premium subscription, and they wouldn't even, well, they'd know it because you tell them, but you could do that. That would be awesome. You would give them not only extra weather information that's unique to your region and your home here in East Tennessee, but you would be accessing my winter weather outlook. This is a video that lasts more than 15 minutes long. It's highly detailed on what I expect, when to expect it, and it'll help you prepare for the winter ahead. If you were flat-footed last January when we got slammed with 8.5 to 12 inches of snow, well, yours truly was talking about that on the 29th of October of 2023. So it was months before my premium members were well versed that that was a distinct possibility. First to see my snow forecast. One of the benefits of being a premium member, you're the first to see every forecast. We go beyond the next 7 days. We're already on Gobble Gobble Turkey Day. Wouldn't you like to know what kind of Thanksgiving? Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be warm? Guess what? My premium members are versed. They are well informed, probably the most informed people in East Tennessee, in my view, because I share it with them every day. More Facebook Lives. You get fewer ads. All that for just $4.99 a month. That's 16 cents a day. Would love to have you, and you can cancel at any time. Would love to have you join us. We've got dozens and dozens and dozens of people in there. It continues to grow, and those who've been in there, many of them have been with me now for over 2 years. 2 years that's been going on. Very happy to have them as subscribers. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. Not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.